Hi guys, so today is August 20th. We are finally going to be putting up the wallpaper in the nursery. Everything is 100% finished in there. It's moved out. The room is painted. I did like a little bit of like touch-up paint last night so that today we can just focus on putting up the wallpaper. We're about to go to lunch when Harper wakes up from her nap, and then when we get home we're going to attempt to put it up. I say attempt because we're gonna try the best we can with her. Worst case scenario, we'll either get it kind of like set up and then I'll probably go in there and work on it. That is super duper exciting. I'm really excited to see how it's gonna look once it's all up. So you guys will see what it looks like in just a little bit. I'll go ahead and do like a little montage of us assembling everything and putting it up. So super excited. We are back home now. I'm about to prep the walls for the wallpaper. So what that means basically is that I'm going to go around. I have some sandpaper right here, so I'm basically just gonna take off like any little like bumps and stuff that stick out a little bit too much, just kind of like sand those down. And then I have like a microfiber cloth. I'm gonna go around, dampen this, and just like wipe off the walls from any like residue or anything like that. The important thing to do once you get your samples is make sure that it's actually going to adhere to the wall. So what I did is I did a test in here against this paint, and then I did it on the new paint, and it actually did not stick to this whatsoever because this paint is like a really like smooth, nice texture so that it's easy to clean, which is obviously good for having kids. Unlike this one, which is impossible to clean. You can see like all the marks and stuff from Harper. If I try to get those off, it takes the paint off. So I found that our sample actually stuck to this one so much better. This has been up for weeks. No issues, no bubbles. It does not look like it's gonna come off anytime soon. So that's something to keep in mind once you get your samples. Stick them to the wall and make sure that it's actually going to work on your wall. If not, you might have to sand down all the paint and make sure that you have like a nice like smooth texture. Okay, so wallpaper update. Kind of like changed my mind on the plan of how to go about this. I told you guys yesterday that I like sanded like a few spots that had a few pieces of the wall that were slightly raised a little bit more, but that just like wasn't enough. Decided just to sand the entire wall today, and we bought like an electric sander to make the process easier. So just got done with that, just cleaned the wall with like a damp rag, and then went around with a dry one to just make sure there's like no residue whatsoever. So now this wall is so smooth, like you can't really feel any of the texture. So these are like orange peel walls, so that can be kind of difficult with wallpaper. I wanted to try to avoid sanding the entire wall, but we ended up doing it. And so it's the next day. Wanted to give you guys a quick little update. I completely forgot to film yesterday. I just honestly wanted to like get this done. I was so tired, so just like in like slight pain and everything, so I just totally forgot to film. Pretty much like halfway done now, and by the end of the day I was definitely hurting, but it looks so good. I'm so happy. Try to knock out the rest of the wall right now. Hopefully it only takes me like maybe like an hour and a half. I changed techniques on how I decided to put it up, so I wanted to share that with you guys because this process ended up being so much easier. The first panel was definitely the hardest. I learned a lot from that one and decided to do things a little bit differently on the second one, and it was so much easier. And yeah, so once I start putting it up, I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So to explain it a little bit better for you guys, at first what I was doing is going from the top and working my way down this way. And that was just really hard to try and line this up perfectly that way. I was struggling pretty bad. So what I decided to do after watching somebody else's video of them doing it, she actually went down this side first. So she went down this way, made sure everything was lined up perfectly, and then worked her way over this way. And once I did it that way, oh my gosh, this one was a lot faster going up. This one was even faster and so much easier. Literally, there are no bubbles, so much easier. So I definitely recommend doing it that way because yeah, it definitely saved me a lot of time. So I got my next roll. Something that I wanted to let you guys know is that they do actually number these. So there is a specific order that they are supposed to go in. So I already put up 1, 2, and 3, so I'm on 4 right now. So as you can see right here, it says 4 right there. So this is the next one, just to make sure that the palm trees line up. I'm using some masking tape to kind of help keep the side intact. Like, it does stick very, very good, but I put a little bit of tape just to make sure that it stays right where I have the pattern lined up. And then I will work my way across with the tool. I actually found on the second panel, I decided to use this side instead, and this actually ended up being a little bit easier. Like I said, I have 0 bubbles on the 2 that I did yesterday, and I did it this method and it worked out really, really well for me. Also decided to wipe down the wall one more time since we did sand it, just to make sure that there's no extra dust and residue. So I just used a dry cloth before I put up the next panel. Also wanted to make this disclaimer only once when I say that it was a lot of work for me and that I was in pain yesterday. You guys are probably wondering why my husband didn't just take over and do this project. He is not a perfectionist like I am, so making sure that there are literally no bubbles and it's lined up perfectly straight is something that he would not really do. So I'm one of those people that I'm I just need to do it myself no matter how I feel. So he did help in a lot of other ways while I was getting this done and after I got it done. So just wanted to make that disclaimer because my husband would have totally done this if I would have asked him, but I just needed to do this project by myself. It's a better view of the numbers right here. So like I said, this one says 4 on it. So what I'm going to do is line this up against the other one and make sure that the palm trees all align and then work my way across. You also want to make sure that there is enough space on the ceiling. So you want to leave about a 1 inch, obviously line it up with a pattern and make sure that you're leaving enough on top. And then you'll just use an X-Acto knife to take off the remaining. Okay, so I basically just started by taking off the backing and doing a little triangle shape right here. So I'm going to line up, make sure that that is perfectly lined up. And then I'm going to use my tool. Like I said, I found the plastic side to be a little bit easier in this situation for me, but you can honestly use either or. And then I'm just going to press up along this line and then just work my way over on this corner, pressing all the way up into the ceiling. Like I said, I'm just gonna keep grabbing the backing right here, peeling it down and going along the pattern. All right, another one done. After I usually finish one complete one, I will go all the way across with this and just really make sure that it is sticking all the way. From looks, it looks like there's no bubbles. It's sticking really good, but I like to just make sure. All right, looks good. Now time to move on to the next one. Guys, so I am completely exhausted. It has been quite the weekend working on this project. Overall, it went pretty smooth. It looks so good. Definitely very like user-friendly, easy to install. It just took me a little bit longer because I am 8.5 months pregnant. With that being said, it was something that I was able to do on my own at this stage of my pregnancy. But if you're not pregnant, this would definitely be a lot easier and probably a lot faster. I just had to make sure to take my time so that I don't hurt myself. But yeah, I am obsessed with the way that it looks. It looks so good. I'm absolutely obsessed with like the texture as well. It just feels so good. Like it's really, really easy to wipe clean. I feel like everything lined up so perfectly. It just looks so good. Definitely worth the extra effort to prep by sanding this wall because it just went on a lot more seamless. I'm so excited to get the furniture in here eventually and get this room completely put together. Hi guys, so today is August 25th. It has been quite the day today, very busy day. I had a doctor's appointment this morning and everything went good with that. Quick little pregnancy update. I haven't been talking about it that much in like these types of videos because it's just been so focused on the nursery and the playroom getting done. But I am 35 weeks on Friday, which means at my next appointment, I will be 36 going on 37 weeks, which is so crazy. My next appointment, they will be checking me for dilation. I'll be doing the strep B test, and then they are also going to set up an appointment for my induction. I'm getting induced at 39 weeks this pregnancy for a few different reasons, nothing like crazy or anything like that. But quick little update, we had an exciting delivery today, so I wanted to show that and unbox it for you guys, and then also just show you the room for a second. So we moved the chair back in here. Sorry, I'm so out of breath. It's actually gonna go in that corner, but that is back in here because we got the Nugget couch delivered today. So I'm going to unbox that, set it up, put it in the playroom. So this is what got delivered today. Finally got our Nugget. I'm so excited. I've been wanting this for so long. Finally got it. They are like a few weeks out when you order them. So if you guys decide to get one, keep that in mind. This also isn't sponsored or anything. I'm just like really, really excited for this. So today is September 3rd, and guess what? We finally have some furniture. So we have a lot of work to do, a huge project in front of us this weekend. It's Labor Day weekend, so we're definitely going to be doing a lot of labor. Hopefully not this kind of labor, just this kind. So we're about to get started working on some of the furniture. My husband's doing the light fixture right now. Probably do the crib first. I feel like, okay. I feel like that's gonna be like the easiest.
Felt I'm done with the defense. Drove back and climbed over your fence. Had to show you that I was a mess. So you were shrugging your shoulders. I'm closed off, that's what I told you. Soon enough, everything started to change. 'Cause there's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying heights.
Okay, so crib is done. That was definitely a lot harder to do with a toddler, so I ended up just doing it myself and finishing it a lot faster. Looks so good. Now we have to tackle the dresser, which is like the dreaded furniture piece to assemble. Hopefully this one's a little bit easier than the ones that we've had. It is a different one, so maybe it'll be a little bit easier, but Once we get that up, I will just feel so relieved. It's a little later. We just put Harper down for bed, which is why I'm whispering right now. We're about to tackle this dresser and hopefully get this finished tonight so that the rest of the weekend, all we basically have to do is the shelves, which will be really easy, and then just organizing from here on out. So we're about to tackle that, hopefully with like 2 of us doing it. It doesn't take too long. We'll see how long it takes us. The crib, it took us a little bit longer, like I said, because Harper, and she just wanted to be a part of everything, which is understandable. She's a toddler. So also wanted to show these. I don't know if I've showed these in a video. I feel like I've talked about it, but I don't remember exactly where. But these knobs are from Amazon. I'll have them linked below. I'm going to replace them with the ones that came with it. So I'm not using the black ones, I'll be using those.
Felt like nothing could stop us. Sunsets, remember the colors. They were wrong, it was way more than a dream. We climbed up, yeah, over the hillside. So right, we stood there all wide-eyed. You and I floated on air in my mind. 'Cause there's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying heights. I'm standing on the dizzying heights.
Oh, update. I guess I don't have to whisper anymore because I'm all the way back in our room, but we finished the dresser. I'm not sure exactly how long it took. I'd have to like look back at the clips that I just took, but I feel like the method of us working together that way, where I just like read off the directions and him do it, worked so good. So I'll show you guys tomorrow what it looks like because I'm so tired. My body hurts and I just want to go to bed. So it's the next day. I wanted to show you guys the dresser and also end the vlog because you guys are gonna see everything a little bit later when it's all complete. So here's the dresser with all of the knobs and everything on it. We're about to put these shelves up, so you guys will see like everything all put together in my final nursery reveal video, but I think it turned out pretty good. I definitely like the light wood knobs versus the one that it came with. Looks so much better. I think that the top of this too will be like really convenient for like diaper changes and stuff won't fall off of this. So that is going to conclude it for today's video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for all of my baby watch vlogs, which I already started by this time, so you guys will see those. Next, I'm going to be vlogging every single week until the baby gets here. So I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!